Hey, it's me, Sarah. This video is going to be about the common terminologies of Street Fighter 6. It's super broken down and I've tried my best to explain it with insights, depth, and simplicity. I've provided timestamps for you all so you can skip to the sections easier, as each section is demonstrated including how to perform it, plus the theory and concept behind it. Before we get into it, make sure to remember to turn on the notifications, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my other socials. Okay, delay tech. Delay tech is very there are so many layers behind delay tech, but I'm going to try and make it really brief and simple and short. So the concept behind it is basically we're crouch blocking for X amount of frames, and usually those frames vary between 5 to 12 frames. The most common scenarios where it's often used is when we're trying to promote safe gameplay and when you're getting pressured. So in lower levels of Street Fighter gameplay right now, a lot of you are probably wondering like, oh, I don't know when my opponent's going to attack me or throw me, right? So like if I'm beside you right now, and you're thinking, oh, you're beside me, you're probably gonna throw me, but I don't know if you're gonna attack me. So delay tech pretty much eliminates that option. It helps you not having to think about that. And to show you how to do it in training mode or whenever, I'll demonstrate it how with just the bot. Basically, we'll go to reversal settings, and then I'm going to go to block reversal right now. I'll show you the block reversal timing. The timing is a little bit different between block reversal and wake up reversal. So definitely you guys have to try it out just to get the timing down and see how it feels. But right now I'll just simulate it right now. I'm just gonna make Ryu not delay it, and we're just gonna have him block first. So what would happen is if I do a continuous jab string, a jab chain, he's gonna get countered because we don't know as the defender, we don't know if we're gonna get continuously pressured or if we're gonna get thrown, right? So instead of your opponent is now going to jab you and then throw you, you kind of have to guess that. But with delay tech, you don't have to guess that. So I'm going to make Ryu delay his throw timing by 5 frames. So what that means is after 5 frames, he will press throw. So he's blocking, we're still blocking, but now it eliminates that option. If I just go for a jab and then throw, he's gonna break the throw. But if I continuously attack him, he's still blocking, right? And then he presses throw. So that's the concept behind it. And this technique is like super powerful. It's very commonly used in higher levels of gameplay. Once you understand this concept and get the timing down, it opens a whole new world. And what I mean, it covers so many options. Like let's just say, as the attacker, you can also apply this option as well. So for an example, if you want to, again, you want to play safe, you want to promote safe gameplay. Let's just say I jabbed my opponent and I'm continuously jabbing them, but they're mashing, they're like literally taking their turn back by doing overdrive shoryuken or something, or doing super after you're attacking them. So to get rid of that option and not having to think about it, what you can do is I'm going to set the bot to do, let's see, I'm gonna set them to do overdrive shoryuken, right? So basically what would happen is after I do a continuous jab chain, Ryu is going to do EXTP. He's gonna do overdrive shoryuken, right? To eliminate that option, I just have to do delay tech as the attacker by doing one jab and then do delay tech, right? And this also covers pretty much other things, like if your opponent woke up drive impact, same thing. Or if they're blocking, if they're blocking and then they drive impact for some reason and you're doing delay tech as the attacker, it's the same thing, right? And then if they're doing parry or something after you jab, it's the same thing, right? So that's the concept behind it. If they for some reason did super, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same thing. So it's a very, very, very powerful tool. The timing is a little bit different when you get knocked down, so definitely hit the lab and practice it. But I'll try and demonstrate it as well. So I'm the attacker right now, and the bot is the defender. So if I knock Ryu down, if the idea behind it is we don't know if we're gonna get attacked when we're knocked down or we're gonna get thrown. But again, delay tech just eliminates that option. I attack. Oh, I don't have the bot set to blocking. Block after first hit. I attack. Ryu's blocking. But if I go for throw, Ryu should break the throw, right? So there you go. So that's the idea behind delay tech. It's the same thing. If as the attacker, it's the same thing. If Ryu woke up and did overdrive Shoryuken and I did delay tech when I knocked him down, it's the same thing. Same thing. If they did a super, same thing. Right, same thing. As well as drive parry, same thing. The only thing is, because we're doing it from crouch blocking, the timing is a little bit tricky because you want to keep them in the corner when you're doing this, when you're applying pressure as the attacker. You want to end the motion in a forward throw. So it'll be like something you would have to make sure you end your motion in a forward throw and not stay as crouch block because you'll throw them away from the corner. You don't want that. So that's the end of this section for delay tech. I hope you guys understand that. If there's any other questions, leave it in the comment. Alright, delay parry. In this section, I'm just going to briefly explain it. What delay parry is. Again, it's the same idea as delay tech and delay jab, but instead of pressing jab and pressing throw, you're pressing parry instead. So this option isn't oftenly used much yet because there aren't much scenarios to apply it in. Generally, this is a considerable option when you are getting pressured. The timing is the same, and well, if parry doesn't come out, at least you're still blocking. However, if you're doing delay parry, it will definitely increase the chances of getting perfect parry. So it will definitely allow you to take your turn back immediately with either a common punish counter combo or throwing them into the corner. So to demonstrate that, excuse me, I have the bot set to doing a jab chain combo, and if I'm just doing delay tech, I'm still blocking, right? But instead of just doing delay tech, you can take your turn back by doing delay parry, and you get perfect parry, so it increases the chances, and throw them into the corner, right? So as the defender, you can use this option, but obviously, like, you're susceptible to getting thrown. If they do jab and they throw you, then well, you get punish countered, and you lose. Like, it's pretty. It's I wouldn't say it's as risky, but it's a really good option to throw out there just to make your opponent keep their toes in check and like keep them guessing. But yeah, delay parry works. It's an option. Take your turn back. That's for the defender. For the attacker, it's the same concept. If we're doing a block string, like I'm doing a jab block string, and typically in this scenario, when you're doing a block string with jabs, your opponent takes their turn back with like a crouching medium kick or something else. Instead of just blocking after, you can do delay parry, and what happens is you either block or parry comes out, right? Okay, I'm blocking, but you see on the left side I press parry, but if you'll get perfect parry. The chances of getting perfect parry is higher. See? But I'm still blocking. See? Still blocking. Perfect parry. Yep. So in this section, that's pretty much it for delay parry. It's pretty straightforward. Any questions, again, in the comments. Alright, so this section is going to cover delay jab. It's the same concept as delay tech, but instead of pressing throw, you are pressing jab. The reason behind this option is because as the defender or the attacker, if you wanted to beat the delay tech option, delay jab beats delay tech. So to simulate that in training mode, it's what I did in the other section. Basically, we have wake up reversal. If we knock down Ryu, he's gonna press throw after 5 frames of blocking. Right? If I throw them, they're gonna break it. If I attack them right away, they're gonna block. Right? So how do we beat this option? Well, delay jab. And if you do delay jab as the attacker or the defender, in this scenario I'm the attacker, it's always going to be a counter hit in most cases. So once you get the delay jab and it's a counter hit, depending on the character you're playing, you would automatically try and convert into it. Right? So with Ken, you do like your bread and butter combo and you convert into that. So that's the idea behind delay jab. It's the same concept again. The timing is much more forgiving in this version of Street Fighter, because in previous versions throws had priority over strikes. But again, however, that's not the case here. Strikes have priority over regular throws if they are on the same frame. So again, it's the same option. Using this option would cover majority of everything else what delay tech does. If they did, if they woke up and if I knock Ryu down and they did wake up overdrive DP, I got the timing down wrong. I'm pressing jab, but I'm blocking at the same time. It's the same timing. It's the same timing, same idea for delay tech. Right? If they did wake up, super. If I make Ryu do wake up Shin Shoryuken, it's the same idea. Right? Same thing. If they did wake up drive impact, let's set it to drive impact. Knock them down, delay jab. I messed up the timing, and you press it back. Simple. Or you can just do jab and then throw. You could do delay jab and then throw. If you're going for a tick throw, something like that. But yeah, that's the idea and concept behind it. Literally the same thing. Timing can be a little bit tricky and different. Again, for wake up reversals and block reversals, let's just say you are pressuring your opponent and they're also doing the delay tech while blocking. The timing is a little bit different. So I'm gonna set Ryu to block everything. But again, depending on your character, you're gonna have to figure out which combo you can convert off to. I can only get a jab combo if that's the case, if my opponent's delay teching when I'm doing a jab, because again, the concept is if I jab, throw, they break it, so we do delay jab to beat this option. Right? Something like that. So that's the end of this section, nice and quick. Again, it's the same idea with delay tech. If you have any questions about delay jab, leave it in the comments and I will answer it. If we know that our opponent is doing the delay tech option, we typically go for shimmy. So shimmy, the definition of shimmy is just stepping outside the range of someone's throw and punishing the recovery frames of the throw. Okay, so I step outside of it, and you can see at the bottom of the frame meter, it reads that on the first 4 frames, which is the startup of the throw, and then the active frames is 3 red bars. The first active frame is the first red bar, so total is startup 5 frames, bottom left. And then the recovery time is 23 frames. That's freaking long. So you have 23 frames to react to this and punish it. And typically when you go for a shimmy, you get a huge punish counter combo. Walk out of the range. I messed up. Walk out of the range of the grab. Okay, I didn't punish in time. Walk it out. Punish. So shimmy is a very, very powerful tool to exploit people abusing the delay tech option. So if you ever find yourself noticing that, like, hey, my opponent is like, breaking my throws a lot, like they're like, I can't throw this person. Well, how about you try and find out and walk out of their throw range, and if you see the throw whiff, if you see it miss, you better take advantage of it. You better punish them. Better take that full damage. Option select is a very, very old term, and what it describes is how many options are you covering using a technique. So in this instance, if I'm knocking down Ryu and I do delay tech, I have the bot set to do wake up normal throw, wake up crouching light punch, wake up overdrive shoryuken, wake up drive parry, and I'm gonna do one more wake up shin shoryuken. So turning on all these options, if I do delay tech, it beats everything. Okay, I did delay tech, I blocked it, that covers that option, that beats it. They woke up and threw, I did delay tech, I broke the throw, nothing happens. Great. Next option, I delay tech, it beats overdrive shoryuken, and I can punish it because you're not safe after blocking this. Next option, okay, I mistimed it. Next option, I broke the throw. So yeah, that's the point of option select. It's helping you cover multiple options based on what options you're using. What is Okizeme? Okizeme is pretty much when you knock down your opponent. We use that as a term to say what's the next interaction or what's the next sequence, what's the next option my opponent is going to do or the attacker is going to do. So for an example, I'll just set it up real quick. Okizeme refers to all the options when knocked down. So in Street Fighter 6, there's many options. Let's do wake up reversal. You can only set 5 slots, so we'll do throw on wake up, and then we'll do crouching light punch on wake up, and then we'll do overdrive shoryuken on wake up, we'll do drive impact on wake up, and drive parry. So in Street Fighter 6, I think there's a total of 12 options you can do on wake up. So again, Okizeme refers to what is going to happen in the next interaction when someone's knocked down. We usually call it Oki, but we can say Okizeme as well. So I knocked them down, see what happens. I did delay tech, Ryu press throw on wake up. That was the Oki. What's the next interaction? I did delay tech, they did jab on wake up. I'm gonna do delay tech again. They did overdrive shoryuken, I did delay tech. So it's just all the options of what's the next interaction that's gonna happen.